Nah, this stays at home though. I'm not gonna bring this to work because that wouldn't look right, I guess.
Hello and welcome to PreMadonna News Reactions channel. We will give you our reactions to trending events, clips, movies, shows, and all things entertaining. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel.
People will often overlook how some establishments breed off of hostile work environments and ignore certain red flags that stirs within some of their employees that could be addressed beforehand. But situations like this should bring awareness to the fact that a lot of these people working for these corporations start out one way, innocent and pure. But then when you think about all the stresses within life, living paycheck to paycheck, and even looking at those who have their own aspirations of being an artist, it should also cause alarm to the fact that it takes tragic news like this in order for people to pay attention to the people who are right in their face, who are crying out for help, and just want people to support them. Granted, there's other people that are so overwhelmed with the stresses of life, it's only natural to understand that they have their breaking points. And when it comes to that, there's no one who could help them. Yet it would be asinine to feed into the emotional instabilities some have that should cause alarm within these corporations, especially when certain incidents could be avoided. Yet now with the rise of social media, people can take one side of the story and run with it instead of looking at the whole thing unravel. Considering it's easy to run to social media and play the victim and say people are bullying you and this and that. And at the same time, people can look at the corporation and recognize if there's conflict with workers within your company, you should proactively separate these individuals instead of watching things spiral and escalate, which a lot of corporations tend to do. Check out these next few clips and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
So I don't have to listen to you doing this and you're interrupting my music call on my phone. Please leave me alone.
You told me you never ignore me.
Stop fucking with me! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Please! Leave me alone! Please! Please leave me alone! I don't want to have sex with you! I don't want to have sex! So stop!
I was wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically tapped on a lot of times. My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged, tempted, so my button can get pressed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me. And to walk into my space, still bothering me, and I said, get away from me. Please get out of my space if you don't mind. I can't talk right now, and you still continue to touch me. That made me very unhappy. It was ridiculous because I know that I'm a great person, and I know I won't be tolerating that. So since they decided to bully me, let the universe show them what's next, because it wasn't right. It was ridiculous, and there will be hell to pay for that, without a doubt. I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in this store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect.
Now, even at my job at the Waffle House, I make my position clear when it comes to dealing with their employees for this specific reason I'm using in this video. A lot of people they hire are very emotionally unstable, and you can look at this young girl's page that is on Instagram and get a better idea as to the multiple personalities she put on display before jumping with what she specifically said about being bullied, instead of realizing that it could be more possible that she was having a mental episode than to just put slander on this other lady's name, saying she was a bully and even disrespecting her children while they're in mourning, calling her names and facilitating these notions that she was a bully. Granted, you could see on display that even though this young lady may have felt like she was doing a great job from her words, maybe she wasn't, and maybe she didn't take constructive criticism wisely. But at the same time, we never know how this situation escalated considering we saw who drew the first punches.
An update to a breaking story we have been following the last few hours out of East Point, where police say an employee stabbing her own manager to death. This all happening inside a McDonald's on 9 Mile.
There was some sort of verbal altercation between this manager and an employee who, incidentally, the daughter says they were friends, that they were friendly. The employee goes home, according to police, gets a knife, comes back, stabs the manager. We've learned her name is Jennifer Harris, 39 years old. 6 children, a single mom, working here for 15 years, stabs her to death. And then somebody in the drive-thru, this is happening in the area of where the employees are working in the drive-thru section of the fast food restaurant. Somebody going through the drive-thru, a CPL holder, sees everything happen. He shoots his gun in the air to try to stop everything. Unfortunately, he is not successful in doing so. But as the suspect is running out of the McDonald's, the police say that the man with the gun actually ran after her and held her at gunpoint until police arrived.
Now again, we don't know what happened before, leading up, and even after the sequence of events that caused this tragedy, or even if it was things going on in this young lady's personal life that triggered her. Yet I just find it, unfortunately, a lot of the people speaking on this topic, they don't go and look at the liability of these corporations, as I hinted around to. They don't look at the fact that it takes situations like this for people to start doing exactly what they're doing, going to her Instagram now and trying to act like they're so interested in her music. The major emphasis in this video is to hit on the major point that I made within the hostile environments within these corporations, and how at any point in time, if there was an issue with these two, they could have been split on different shifts instead of steadily being scheduled to being around each other, building up the tension. One person even said that the two were friends, or at least friendly. So I can relate to that, considering at my position, people confuse the fact that I could be cordial with you, but when it comes to telling you to do your job, I'm going to do so respectfully. And or notify the proper channels to alleviate any brewing tension that may build up, considering I'm not the type that's going to sit back and try to do my job, this person's job, and the next person's job when a corporation is sitting here generating so much revenue. With that being said, what do you think about all of this? Do you think McDonald's should have some liability in this? Do you think that the girl was being bullied as she insinuated? Or can we see that according to the things that she herself posted on her social media, it was clear red flags leading up to her emotional instability? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Have a great day.
Something good.